Hi Geminis, and welcome to your July 2017 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky, and I'm here like usual giving you hopefully this amazing tarot reading that will completely change your lives. Okay, as I feel that there are many changes happening for you guys, and a lot of fights, and a lot of tension, and a lot of resting, and a lot of spiritual growth, and a lot of money, and a lot of friends kind of taking advantage potentially. Lots for you. You are kind of having a call to step back from action, but through this step back from action, you get more people wanting more from you than you've really ever gotten before. So it's kind of a tense time to be working through. Through all of this, you're getting a pull to understand who you are and what your energy motivation is for you. Because as I've seen for most people right now, there's such a polarity and such a lack of dimension to everything going on that you can pretty much only know who you really are by not getting what you expect from a situation. I think that a lot of you guys are going on vacation, or a lot of you are taking time back and expecting that to be very alone, or a lot of solitude through that situation, and you don't really get that. As on the other side of that, you might be thinking you're going to have to work a lot and thinking you have to do a lot for other people, but you get a lot of alone time through that. It's like what you see is not what you get right now. And through that experience, the optimum situation for you is to kind of step back in third person and see what was my expectation and what did I get? Was I relying so much on getting something specific from somebody else? Because expectations are a struggle right now. With the Saturn Retrograde, as I've been talking about, it's a great time to not need that much from anybody, or to not need that much in general. Because through what we really need, we are struggling to get what we want, you know? There are so many people right now hurting for what they want. And I feel that Saturn retrograde in Sagittarius, especially for you guys being Sagittarius' opposite sign, it's like, why would you hurt for what you want? And what do I mean by that? I feel like most of you have already caught on to it, but it's like when you really want something, when you want something like the new car, the new house, or the stable relationship, or the or this person to come in, or this family reality, and you want it so bad that you're like hurting for it, and that you're going to put yourself through a difficult situation to try and achieve it. Saturn retrograde is asking you, why would you do that? Why would you hurt to create a situation that doesn't hurt? It doesn't work. It's kind of like, I mean, we think of like law of attraction, and we think of, you know, for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. So we kind of start thinking, okay, if I hurt for this, then it'll make me feel healed in the future. Saturn retrograde is kind of like, is that a flawed way of thinking? It's something for you guys that is very real right now, and you and Sagittarius especially are on the spectrum. You're experiencing the brunt of it in the zodiac. So I feel that it's better for you guys than it is for Sagittarius, though. I feel that you're able to detach yourself more, and I feel that you're able to look at the situation as something bigger than yourself, which it is. As Sagittarius feels more stuck in me, in my experience, how this is affecting me, because Sagittarius, and which is kind of uncharacteristic for Sagittarius, but you know, Saturn is in their sign, so it's understandable. You guys, however, seem to be able to look at it more from afar, which is good. There could be some confrontation coming up for you in July. I feel that you're building something really good, a new creative project. Eight of Pentacles has been coming up for a lot of people. You could be a little bit tempted to step into a more pessimistic area of yourself, or a more shadow area with Five of Cups. You're looking at the glasses that have turned over, but I don't feel that that lasts too long for you. It could be a new relationship period of time for you as well, as you seem to be meeting a lot of new people with Three of Cups, and you could be kind of mingling with the higher part of society, or what feels like that. That may be conscious on your part, or it may just be kind of situational. It seems that you're really in touch with a lot of people who seem like they have power, or money, or resources. And through that, all of these experiences, you're called into a deeper understanding of yourself. Maybe what you've always wanted is never what you've wanted. Because you see these really wealthy people, or you see these really emotional people, because maybe you've wanted to have the better job, or you've wanted to have more of the emotional understanding, but you see people who you associated with this, and you see their experience, and it's not what you thought it would be, so you're kind of distancing yourself from what you've always wanted, and you've actually done something quite amazing, I feel, which is to maybe strive for these goals in a way that doesn't have to do with what you're actually receiving, but it's like the energy that you're creating while you're doing it. I feel that that's your challenge in July, with the High Priestess being your central theme. It's like, how can I achieve and aspire to my goals without hurting for the outcome, without just wanting the outcome of it? It's like, how can I enjoy what I do? Okay, and I want to go ahead and look at your reading from the week to week to understand better what's going on. So in the first week, you guys have 3 of Cups reversed, rooted down by 10 of Pentacles. Again, I feel like this is networking, or this is speaking with a lot of people who are higher up than you, or that you feel are above you. But you see through that very quickly, and you see that they might actually be a lot more miserable than you are because of what they have, which is, again, putting you into this philosophical state where you're thinking, is that really where I want to be? Can I handle that? It seems like some of your platonic relationships are falling through a little bit. Some people might be gossiping about you. Gossip is a big thing for July for you guys, for sure. You might have said something that you thought was in secret, but people say it. It's not a good time for secrets. If you're wanting to keep a secret, you really can't tell anybody right now, because it seems like people are leaking a lot of information in July, especially with the 3 of Cups reversed. Anything that you say right now, Gemini, is not in confidence. Do realize that. So be careful. If you're wanting to keep something to yourself, you have to actually do it this month. And that being rooted at my 10 of Pentacles, it says to me that some of you might actually be like working on a project where there's a, like, you're not supposed to talk about it. You're not supposed to say what it is, and then it's like it leaks or something. Or some of you are dealing with something leaking, something coming out that you didn't want to. So do watch out for that, and maybe tie up some loose ends about things that you don't want coming out, if that's possible for you. Doing that in a very peaceful way would be nice. 3 of Cups reversed or done by 10 of Pentacles is also about money. It's like you're making deals, or you're trying to sign contracts, or trying to get people to sign contracts. It's also sort of a word of mouth type of thing with that, or you're expecting clients to come through by some kind of word of mouth or some kind of party situation, which isn't so good right now. Saturn likes hard work, and it likes like crossing T's and dotting I's. Networking is okay, but you're probably not going to get your best sales if you're in that kind of industry through partying or through networking. It'll be like your actual input and your actual work that gets you your reward during this time. In fact, it could be saying that you need to rely less on networking, or you need to rely less on the platonic connections to get your rewards. It will be good to actually do some really nice work, because there's something in you, Gemini, that needs some kind of energy output. Like, you might think that you don't have the energy to work like a really long day, but there's something in you that really needs that. Again, this can be with a new project. Maybe it's not doing what you actually do for a living, but with 8 of Pentacles in your reading, you need to be putting elbow grease into something, because you have a lot more energy than you're aware of right now. In the second week, you guys have 3 of Wands reversed. You're down by King of Pentacles. I think that you're very idealistic during this time, which is good. It's good to think about your options. It's good to think about where things are going. But it's easy with this Saturn retrograde in Sag right now to be too concerned about where the future is, and to be too concerned about what's on the horizon, when you've really got to take time to think about where you actually are right now, and think about what that entails. Like the corners. I keep saying, like, the baseboards or the corners. It's like there are things energetically that are stacking up in the places that your eyes are not at. You know what I mean? It's like you're not looking at the things that might actually be going wrong. You're looking at like what's going to go right in the future. And that slowly starts like weighing out of your experience if you can't look at the way things are right now. Some of you could be distracted by the male Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo energy, or the masculine earth-influenced energy with the King of Pentacles. This could be a boss or something that's over you. It's generally somebody who's quite resourceful and wealthy, who might be... So it's quite a few different things for a lot of different people. Some of you are married to this person, and you think that the future is brighter than it is potentially, or they're leading you to believe that they have more than they actually do, or that they're going to do more than they'll actually do. It's good to establish more independence during this time, because I see that there could be a potential to rely on somebody to give you something in the future that they can't actually ever give you. So be careful for that mentality that you're going to start a relationship with somebody that takes care of your needs, because Saturn is not about that. Saturn is not about marriages that give you money, or connections of people who give you more. Saturn is about working for what you get. And if you choose to not work for what you get and you think that somebody will come in and completely erase all of your material problems through, you know, signing on the dotted line, then Saturn will give you a very difficult experience. And that's just the reality of it. That doesn't mean that you can't have a healthy marriage. And that doesn't mean that you can't marry up, but there has to be something in your experience that you're working very hard on. Saturn will reward you very greatly if you can, even if you are getting married to the person who's like so much more wealthier than you and your experience completely changes. That's not going to necessarily be bad, but if you think, oh, I don't have to do anything now, or if you think I can just stop doing everything that I've ever worked on and live easy now, that's where the really difficult experiences come in with the Saturn retrograde. And it can even be people who aren't marrying well. Maybe some of you get an amazing promotion or bonus at work and you think, I've come here, I've arrived, and now I can have it a lot easier because I've done what I needed to do. Again, that will see you a very difficult circumstance. Now is a good time to work hard and to use your energy in a way that you can change your experience with your own hands and your own energetic output. Not a good time to rely on other people's energy to push you up, right? Yes, exactly. So third week, you guys have 5 of Wands, rooted down by 4 of Swords. It's confrontational in the third week. You could be fighting with people that have been around for a while, and through that, you need a break. It's a sign that you need to just kind of, I think, isolate yourself a little bit, kind of go into your shell. We are in Cancer time. That's right around the time that we're moving into Leo, though. So you will need to you'll need to have had some period of time during Cancer, which is like June 21st to July 21st, basically, where you took a step back, where you had a period of time to rest and a period of time to reflect on everything, on understanding how you use your own energy and how you use other people's energy, because every human is going to use their own and other people's energy to some extent. And you need to have a time of reflection to understand what exactly that is, to take score of how exactly that works for you. And through that, you change your experience a little bit again, and it's positive for the most part. You have the 5 of Wands and 5 of Cups, though, and the 5s are stereotypically a difficult experience. It's confrontation, or it's uncomfortable solitude with 5 of Cups. So it will be nice to see you guys maybe not feeling destroyed or difficult being alone. It's like you associate being alone right now with something that's unsuccessful, but you kind of need it in some way, especially with the High Priestess as your central theme. And the fourth week is really, the third week is really that simple. You know, if you're feeling confrontational, if you're feeling angry or aggravated at people, or if people are being very rude or blunt to you in a way that's uncomfortable, step back, create your own bubble, and sort of don't worry about other people. And think about energy, and think about what you rely on in other people, and think about what other people rely on in you. And is that what you want it to be right now? It's a great place to start for sure. Fourth week, you guys have 8 of Pentacles rooted down by 5 of Cups. It's kind of like you're building your emotional health from the ground up this week, especially with the High Priestess again as your central theme. There's a complete transformation to happen spiritually and emotionally for you. I think that you're not quite aware of all the blessings and accomplishments that are in your life. Not that you're not aware of them, but you're not like giving yourself credit for them. Maybe, and it could go this way as well, maybe you think that you've been given this, or you think that without a specific person you would have never been able to do this. And I think that you need to work on that philosophy, because it goes both ways, you know, what I'm saying about relying on other people. You've got to be able to give yourself credit, as well as other people credit, for your reality and what you've done. I feel that there's a difficulty for you guys right now in understanding who got you where you are. Because some of you are thinking that you've done it all on your own, when in reality other people have put you there. And then some of you are giving too much credit to other people as well. Some of you are thinking, I wouldn't be here if it weren't for them, when in reality you set the groundwork. So a complete redimension or reformation of who got you where you are, whether it's you or other people, is needed this month. And the fourth week will be a beautiful time to turn some of this emotionally difficult energy into something very material and positive. You're building a new business, or you're building a new product, or it can even be like an art project or a creative project for those of you who do that. And you can really build something amazing and sturdy out of this energetic experience that you found yourself in, and it will be beautiful to watch that. You know, if you can just focus on what you can build versus what you can destroy, you will be very rewarded during this time. Also, if you can think of like what you can transmute into something more positive, like for a lot of signs, it's about turning your back and walking away, and it's about destroying everything so that you can start anew. But for you guys, it's more about turning it into something new and like using it, because I feel that what you guys have isn't really that bad right now. I feel that what you're working with, even if it feels really difficult, is something that is again, more credited to you or more workable for you, and you can build something out of it. It's not good the way that it is right now, but it can be transmuted or turned into something that's very, very powerful and structured and easy for you in the future. So do take time to reflect and think about that. And with the High Priestesses, your central theme, you know, it's not what it seems right now. You've got to get behind the veil. You've got to look closer. There's something a lot more specific or that you haven't realized about this entire situation. So if you guys would like to book a private reading with me and understand more what that might be, you can click the center of your screen right now. Also, since we're in Cancer time and it's so reflectionary, I have put the last 2 months readings on the left and right, so you can check out your other readings and, you know, have a bit of reflection time if you would like that. Also, you guys can subscribe to my channel. I so appreciate your subscriptions, likes, and comments. Much love to you guys, and I will be seeing you soon. Bye.